Good evening. My name is JIA YUAN. I am from the SF Year 2 Semester 3, presenting for the group project of Fundamentals of Computer Networks. The following member is JIA YUAN, which is me, and my friend Wilson Paul BULAGANG. The content of presentation is divided into two parts. I am presenting the introduction, network topology, and subnetting table, while Wilson is presenting for addressing table, network configuration, and pin connectivity. Introduction: TechX Solutions hired us as their network engineers to design and set up local area networks for the organization with buildings in different locations, which are location A, B, and C. In this table, we can see that for location A, we have 3 departments in different floors, and the host required after the considered growth of 55% is stated here. 500 meters away from location A, we have location B with 3 different faculties in 3 different floors, and the host is stated here as well. Coming up, we have location C in 200 meters away from location A, and we have 5 research and development labs under the same subnet. So the host is going to be 150 times 5 equals to 750. And after the 55% growth, it is going to be increased until 1163. For the network topology, because I want to make the whole topology simple, only one switch will be used for each department, faculty, or lab. And these are the actual switch amount needed after the calculation of hosts required divided by 7, which is the ports that can be offered by our switches. For location A, we have administrative department on the second floor, sales department on the first floor, and customer service department on the ground floor. And also the router is in location A. For the router modules, they are all using FGE module to support optic cable connectivity since all the locations are more than 100 meters away from location A. For location A switches, they are all using the same modules, 7 CFE modules for copper straight-through connection to host, 1 FGE module for optic cable connection to the router. In location B, we have gaming tech on the second floor, big data hub on the first floor, and cybersecurity on the ground floor. All the switch modules in location B is the same as location A. In location C, we can see that there are 5 labs under the same subnet, so all switches are connected to one main switch to the router. And the main switch modules are using 7 CFE modules for copper crossover connection to lab switches and 1 FGE module for optic cable connection to the router. And the location C's lab switch modules are the same as location A and B switch modules. The only thing different is that there are 8 CFE modules because one of them is used for copper crossover connection to the main switch and not the router. For the subnetting table, the technique used is FLSM, which means that all the prefix and subnet mask is going to be the same throughout all the departments, and the IP address selected is 10.0.0.0/8. So in this subnet table, we can see the calculation over here on the left side, and also the custom subnet mask for all the departments here, and the first and last usable IP address here, and also the last thing, which is broadcast address here.
Hello, my name is Wilson Paul Bulagang from DSF2 Semester 3, and I will be presenting the addressing table, network configuration, and the pin connectivity. So due to time constraints, I will not be explaining everything in the addressing table and just be giving a general rundown. So first, in the addressing table, we can see the IP address assigned within the topology, and it also shows the interface that it is assigned to. So for example, the router interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 to gigabit Ethernet 0/1 has been assigned the IP address 10.0.0.1. Another example here in location A is the device administrative department PC1 with the port fast Ethernet 0 has been assigned the IP address 10.0.2.1 along with the gateway 10.0.0.1. I will now be showing the remaining addressing tables. Next is network configuration. So here are the two parts. So for router and switch commands, we first have to begin configuration by using the enable command to enter privilege mode. Next, to access the configuration menu, we will use the config t command. So for the next task, we have to set the hostname according to the departments. To do this, we will use the command hostname and then the desired hostname. Next, we have to set the password as capital CL lowercase a and 33. To do this, we will use the command enable password and then the desired password. For the next task, we have to set the password as lowercase aa, uppercase CS 2034. To do this, we will use the command enable secret and then the secret. Next, we have to configure the VTY line as above as well. To do this, we will use the command line VTY 015 to select the virtual port. After which you will use the login command to indicate that the password is to be checked at the login. So similarly, to configure the console line 0, we first have to select the physical port. To do this, we will use the command line console 0. Next, in the configuration menu, we have to encrypt the password using the command service password -encryption. To check your configurations, you may use the command show running -config to show the performed configuration. After you are satisfied with your configuration, you may use the command copy running -config startup -config to save the performed configuration. So, to set the IP address and default gateway, these are the commands. So for the device, we have to set the IP address. To do this, we will use the command enable to go to the privilege mode and config t to access the configuration menu. After which, we have to select the interface. To do this, we will use the command interface and then the desired interface. Next, we have to set the IP address and the subnet mask. To do this, we will use the command IP address and then the desired IP address and the subnet mask. Next, for the switch, we have to set the IP address and default gateway. To do this, we will use the command enable to enter privilege mode and config t to access the configuration menu. Then we have to select interface. So for example, we will enter the command interface VLAN4 to select the VLAN4 interface. Next, we will set the IP address and the subnet mask using the command IP address, the desired IP address, and then the subnet mask. Next is to set the default gateway. To do this, we will use the command IP address default -gateway and then the default gateway IP. So here are the other examples. So here is our topology. Let us begin by pinging the administrative department PC1 to location B, gaming tech PC1. And let's do it one more time. As you can see, it is successful. Next, we will try pinging the Big Data Hub PC1 to the Research and Development Lab 1 PC. Let us do it again. Here we can see it is 100%. Next, we will try the Research and Development Lab 2 PC and connecting it to Customer Service PC2. And let's do it again. As we can see, the ping was successful, meaning that it is possible to ping between different networks.